Most bankers aren't ready to help you until after their third cup of coffee. But with Central National Bank's after-hours service, you don't have to wait for the bank lobby to open to get help. You can contact us from 6 to 8:30 in the morning or from 5 to 10 in the evening, and we'll connect you to a real, live, local person who can answer questions and fix problems 7 days a week. Bank different. Bank Central. Central National Bank. Member FDIC.
This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Previously, on Jennifer Love Hewitt, Please Be on Our Show. Jennifer's mind reeled at the betrayal, her thoughts spinning in a dizzying whirlwind of confusion and disbelief. How could Party Donkey, her dear friend and confidant, betray her like this? And what did he mean? They made me do it. But before she could make sense of it all, darkness enveloped her vision, and everything went black as she passed out cold. The Tribunal of the Entertainment Cabal. As Jennifer Love Hewitt blinked away the haze of unconsciousness, she found herself lying on a cold stone floor, surrounded by a tribunal of figures in black robes. Confusion and fear gripped her as she struggled to sit up, her mind racing with questions. Before she could speak, a chillingly familiar voice cut through the silence. "Welcome, Jennifer Love Hewitt," Sarah Michelle Gellar said, her tone dripping with authority. "We've been expecting you." Jennifer's heart pounded in her chest as she looked around the chamber, her eyes widening in disbelief at the sight of the figures seated at the table. Alongside Gellar were comedian Pauly Shore, who controls all comedy worldwide, culinary personality Guy Fieri, who controls all frozen food throughout the world as well as themed restaurants. Flo from Progressive, that was a given. NBA legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who controls the message of sports, that is beat your enemy and smile while taking them down, and Gordon, the nephew of Orville Redenbacher, the Popcorn King. The Popcorn Lobby controls all food in schools, prisons, movie theaters, and delivery services. What could this eclectic group possibly have in common? But before she could voice her confusion, Gellar continued, her voice sharp and commanding. "We are the Entertainment Cabal. We control the business of movies, TV, streaming, and music." Jennifer's mind reeled at the revelation, her thoughts spinning in a dizzying whirlwind of disbelief. How could this group of seemingly unrelated celebrities be involved in something so sinister? But then Gellar added, "And before you ask, no, we don't control video games. That's an entirely different cabal, 2 counties over." The mention of another cabal sent a shiver down Jennifer's spine. If this group was powerful enough to control such vast swaths of the entertainment industry, what could the other cabal be capable of? But before she could ponder the implications further, Gellar gestured to the rest of the tribunal, each member slowly removing their hoods to reveal their faces. "We have chosen you, Jennifer Love Hewitt, to be our new herald," Gellar said, her voice cold and authoritative. "You are unassuming, likable, and just famous enough for people not to be weirded out by our message. You are the perfect person to spread our agenda to the masses." Jennifer's heart sank at the realization, her mind racing with fear and uncertainty. Why her? What did they want from her? But before she could protest, Gellar leaned in close, her eyes burning with intensity. "And if you refuse," Gellar said, her voice dripping with menace, "we will kill Party Donkey right here in front of you." Jennifer's blood ran cold at the threat, her heart pounding in her chest with fear and despair. Party Donkey may have betrayed her in the past, but he was still her friend, and she couldn't bear the thought of him being harmed because of her. Torn between her loyalty to Party Donkey and her fear of the entertainment cabal, Jennifer felt a surge of desperation welling up inside her. She had to find a way out of this nightmare, no matter what the cost. But as she looked around the chamber, surrounded by the menacing figures of the entertainment cabal, she knew that her journey was far from over. And as darkness enveloped her vision once more, everything went black as she passed out cold. Sarah Michelle Gellar looked at Party Donkey and said, "She's out again. It's time for phase 2. Call the Scientologists." A voice on the other end picked up the phone. After what seemed like forever, the voice said, "This is Tom. Is it completed?"
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.